Hey guys, and welcome to the March pickups video. This one shouldn't be too long because March was very busy for me, so I didn't really have a lot of time to go game hunting, but there's still a little bit of stuff, so might as well show it, you know? How busy the month was also the reason for the Mega Man Extreme video being that late in the month. As I said in the update video, I had more stuff planned for Mega Man March, but there was a reason why I wanted to make the Mega Man X PC controller video before this pickups video here, and that's because on March 7th I got this flimsy ass controller, you know? It came in a package, bought it on eBay for $20, which is a lot for an old PC controller, but you know. But I wouldn't have bought the controller if I hadn't also bought the actual game, which came without the controller. So I had to get the controller to make it complete, you know. And this arrived on March 9th. And I got this for $28. I guess it's a pretty decent deal considering everything, you know. And the box is awesome. Kind of big actually. And the back of the box is just as awesome. So that's an awesome piece to add to my collection. One of the holy grail items actually that I've always wanted in my collection. So that's pretty fucking awesome. I found it on eBay one day, just randomly looking through eBay, you know. I rarely actually go on eBay, but every once in a while I'll just do a quick search just to see if there's anything cool there. And this popped up. It had only been up for, I don't know, maybe a day or so, and it was a, you know, buy now or best offer kind of thing. So I ended up getting it for $28, as I said. So I'm very happy to be able to add this to my collection, you know. One of the games that I felt have been missing from my collection in a very long time. At least, you know, boxed. I had like the jewel case only one before, but you know, you knew that, right? Because of the Mega Man X PC versus SNES video. So now I can just combine these two to make a nice and complete copy. That's so awesome, I love it, you know. It's gonna go well with my X3 and X4 box PC versions, you know. Love this thing. Then on the 11th I went to a small flea market where I picked up some games here, some PS1 titles and a PS2 title. The PS2 title is Underworld: The Eternal War, and the PS1 titles Apocalypse with Bruce Willis. Wow. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, sadly without a manual, and Tomb Raider 2. And for these 4 games I paid about $8.50 in total. The guy wanted much more, so that was the best I could get out of him, you know. But I wanted to pick something up. Hadn't found anything or really went game hunting at any point during the month until then, so had to pick something up. Then after that flea market I went to a local thrift store kind of thing, where they know that I'm looking for games and such. So one of the guys were like, hey, we got something in, don't really know anything about it. It was just a PS1 with like a tower of pirated games and like one original game, which was Gran Turismo 2, I believe. But there were 2 things that I found somewhat interesting. A boxed third-party memory card, an 8MB memory card. And as you can see, it was released in all different colors. The one that's in here is yellow. And this demo disc with a paper sleeve with like some Tekken and Crash Bandicoot on it. The zombie from Resident Evil right there. Yeah, I don't know. And the demo itself is the registered users demo. And apparently it contains a playable demo of Medieval. Fantastic. I don't know if this actually goes with this sleeve, but whatever. That's how it was. And these 2 things were actually free because they also had an Xbox, an original Xbox there. And they didn't know if it worked and they didn't know how to test it. So I actually ended up taking that Xbox home to test it, and for that they just gave me these things. But then 2 days later on the 13th I went back there with the Xbox because I've tested it, and it had some problems with the CD tray not functioning as well as it should. The system worked fine, but the system had a mod chip and a shit ton of games on the hard drive, and the moment that I mentioned that to them, they were like, we're just gonna throw it out then. And then I was like, fuck no, if you're just gonna throw it out, I can take it, you know, if for nothing else, for spare parts, you know. So I ended up getting an original Xbox for free. But what's interesting about this Xbox is the actual mod. The actual mod chip is an X3 CE mod chip, like one of them high-end ones, but also modded with the Executor 3 control panel, front panel thing here. display and some buttons and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, I just found it kind of interesting that it looks so weird. Had to do a little bit of research on it. Apparently it's quite the high-end mod actually, and not that common to find. So, kind of cool getting that for free, you know. And when the only problem this thing really has is the CD tray not really functioning 100%, I think it's pretty cool to just get that, you know. And it also came with one slim controller. So, pretty cool little free find, I guess. And at this point, I just gave them my number, so they're just gonna call me whenever anything comes in that they don't know anything about. So, I guess I get to call first dibs. But they haven't called me since, so who knows, right? Might go there tomorrow just to see if they have anything interesting. They probably don't. Oh, this motherfucker's heavy. Yes. Alright, so after I went there and got that Xbox for free, I went to pick up a package. And this is probably going to be pickup of the month, besides, you know, this bad boy right here. Alright, so the package. It was some stuff that I won in an online auction. Not an insanely good deal here or anything, but still a pretty decent deal considering like one of the titles in here maybe. So it was 2 auctions from the same guy, and the first auction included a Nintendo 64 controller. Kinda dirty, but I think I can clean most of that up. And the other thing in that auction, a transfer pack. And in the transfer pack was a copy of Pokemon Gold, which made it worth it because I paid about 14 bucks for the controller, the transfer pack, and Pokemon Gold. Once again, I'm very hoarse, and I don't know why. Maybe I should do some vocal warm-ups before filming. That might help, you know. Good thing I don't do Let's Plays. But the other auction I won from that guy was some N64 games. Much more interesting, right? Nothing too special in here, but still some decent titles. First up, 1080 Snowboarding, F1 World Grand Prix, Fighter's Destiny, GoldenEye 007, another GoldenEye, and the best and most valuable game in here, Mario Kart 64, Pokemon Stadium, another Pokemon Stadium, Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire, a better looking copy than the one I had already, so that's cool, Super Mario 64, of course, that has to be in every fucking N64 bundle ever, you know. And then a single American N64 game, Rally Challenge 2000. I have no way of playing this. I don't have an N64 passport or whatever they're called. They're kinda expensive, but the cartridge is all broken like right here and here. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Wait, was this done to make this cartridge fit in a PAL N64? That might actually be, because they are shaped differently down here, just a little bit. Interesting. And no, that's not some kind of scripted thing. That just hit me right now. Do I dare try and put this in my N64? Yeah, I don't know. So for all of those games, a little bit under 33 bucks, which makes it a very good deal considering Mario Kart 64 goes for more than that around here. So I can't complain too much about that deal, you know. The guy had a lot of stuff up for auction, but a lot of stuff just went through the roof on pricing, so I couldn't keep up. I'm broke? Well, maybe not broke, but I am poor. I say with a massive game collection around me. Well, not massive compared to other people on YouTube, but still somewhat sizable, you know? Then on the 14th it was Germany time, because it has to be that like at least once a month. But once again, I didn't pick anything up down there, only something on the way. So the first place where I found something was at one of those junkyard stores. And what I picked up was free PS3 titles and free PS2 titles. The PS3 titles were Gran Turismo 5, Kane and Lynch, Dead Men, and Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And the PS2 titles, yeah, a bass fishing game, Top Angler, fantastic. I didn't have it, so, and it was one of the better employees that were there, so I knew I was gonna get a pretty good deal on the games, so just had to get some, you know. Next PS2 title, Test Drive Unlimited, and the last PS2 title, probably the best title in this little stack here, Quake Free Revolution. So yeah, for these 6 titles, about 7 bucks. You won't hear me complaining about that. Nope. Then at another junkyard store, I picked up a single PS2 title for about 75 cents. Pro Stroke Golf. It was 75 cents. That's pretty much all I can say in my defense, you know. Then at a first store where they usually don't really have anything, I asked if they had anything like out back, and it actually turned out they had a PS2 out there with some games. I didn't need the PS2, but some of the games, sure, because they are in perfect condition, all three of these. So I had to pick them up for $1.50 each. A platinum copy of Spyro Enter the Dragonfly, platinum copy of Crash Tag Team Racing, and Crash Mind Over Mutant. So $1.50 each. Pretty decent. Then I didn't find anything for the next 12 days. So March 26th, it was a big whole flea market. And there really wasn't anything there. And what was there was way too expensive. But I ended up picking up a little stack of Xbox stuff. A single Xbox 360 title. Far Cry 3. And then the rest was original Xbox titles. Enter the Matrix, Lynx 2004, Project Gotham Racing 2, and then 2 American titles here. I'm a little bit hesitant to call them games because, well, take a look. Karaoke Revolution, yay, and Xbox Music Mixer. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna call these games, but there are Xbox titles for sure. And American ones, which, you know, I find funny that I actually can find American or Japanese, whatever, stuff around here. That blows my mind sometimes. It makes me wonder, how did it get here, you know? It makes me think. So that's all good. And these 6 titles were a little bit under $6 in total, so decent for sure. Then on the 27th, I had a little bit of time to do some game hunting. Not a lot. Went to some thrift stores, didn't find anything. At one thrift store, I saw this demo disc from CD Gamer magazine from the UK from July 1996. And I just pointed out to the store because I don't know how it is in other countries, but it is strictly prohibited for stores to sell things that were included with magazines. It's illegal around here, so I just pointed that out to them to be nice, and then he was like, take it. And I was like, alright, demo disc for me. But it is a pretty cool little demo disc here. Demo of Settlers 2 Toshinden. We've had this on the CD before, but this demo's 30% faster and representative of the finished game. And then there is Hexen and Doom 2 watts, you know, custom levels and stuff. So yeah, free demo disc, cool. And then we already at the last pickup of the month. On the 30th, I received a package of some stuff that I bought from a person on Facebook, and it was 3 PS2 titles. I'm just gonna save the best one for last. The first 2 ones, well, Phoenix Games, World Wrestling Championship, and Fruitfall. And I had to point something out about this wrestling game here. Just reading on the back gives you a good idea about how bad this game is going to be. Well, how bad I think it's going to be anyway. Let me read it for you. No noise, nothing. All of a sudden you hear the noise of a motorbike, and the bike speeds up to the ring. Another wrestler jumps off and attacks his opponent. The crowd goes wild. The referee tries to separate them in vain and needs help to get the job done. This is going to be one dirty wrestling match. Have you got what it takes to battle it out with the pro wrestlers of the WWC? Now that description sucks. And I love it. But the best game in here, and the game that really made me want to buy anything from this person really, Crimson Tears. One of those uncommon Capcom games. Well, Capcom published games anyway. It looks very interesting actually. It's like cel shaded and stuff. Might be a good. As far as I could tell, it got mixed reviews, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's not going to be a good game, you know? And yeah, these games were a little bit over $2 a piece. I probably wouldn't have paid that for these at a flea market or whatever, but might as well just get them too when I had to get this to expand my Phoenix Games collection. Fantastic. And my Capcom collection too, you know? So yeah, that was everything for March. Despite not finding a lot, there was some decent stuff in here. Let me bring this over for a third time. Just gonna sit in my lap while I do the outro here. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you for your positive response for my Mega Man March videos. That's been really cool to see too, even though I ended up getting to the party late because of a busy as fuck month in March, you know. I'm actually quite surprised that I got the Mega Man Extreme video out in March. So cool. right? So remember to like, comment and subscribe and all of that good stuff. And if you saw anything in this video that you think might make an interesting review or whatever in the future, please tell me in the comments down below. And really, that's it. I will see you in my next video, whatever that may be. Goodbye.